Can you guess what we are doing today?
Oh my goodness, you're gonna die in this episode if you're just listening. You didn't see the flowers, but we
go to the Instagram or go watch this episode on YouTube because what an experience we have to share with you today.
That's right.
Yeah. Little local gardener. We met her at the Peony Festival.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And just, really hit it off. And she's born and bred right here in Noblesville.
That's right.
Really great story. And
how she's just making it work for her and her family.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
those little stories.
Yeah. So enjoy this one. And then when we get back, it will explain a little bit more about our cool bouquets.
Yeah. All right. Here it goes. 3.
What's Up Noblesville is back with Monica. How do you pronounce
Monica?
We're episode 7.
Yes.
Oh, episode 7.
Yes.
That's a lucky number for me.
I know, lucky number 2. Yeah. How do you pronounce your last name?
My married last name is Kuck.
Cook.
Just
because
like
I was going to say
kitchen.
Cook, but I didn't know, so I thought I'd ask. All right, so here with Monica Cook.
Yeah.
At your little home garden, which is amazing. And come to find out, we drive past it
all
every
the
day.
time. All the time.
Yeah.
And we've constantly all said in our brains or out loud to each other,
Look how cute
look
that
how cute
house
this
is.
is.
We've kind of lusted over your little house.
goodness.
Yeah, there was a point where you had all these wild flowers up here in the front, and they were so pretty. And I was constantly like, where do I get the seeds? So I just start chucking them in my yard to get that effect.
It's probably the year I got married. That's when my favorite garden was the year that I got married.
Aw.
Yeah.
See, that's special.
Yeah, it was so cute. So Monica's going to actually, it's Monica, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she's going to help us. Actually going to show us some stuff today, some tips and tricks, but we are also going to ask her just some questions. You were at the Peonies Festival.
Yes.
That's where we met you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us about your business. What do you do?
Yeah, so I guess I should start with where I started.
Yeah.
And it started the year that I got married in 2018, and my goal since I was just a little girl was to grow my own flowers for my wedding. So
For your wedding.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
So I chose a date based off of the average maturity date of flowers, so which is like 90 to 100-ish days, depending. But anyways, my wedding was September 1st, which is a great time period to get married if you want to grow your own garden for your wedding, because September everything's in full bloom then.
Oh, okay.
So anyways,
now we know.
I just figured out, I did the math to see when I would have to get seeds in the ground, and then just
You
a risk you could have really screwed up, or
Because did you have a big wedding? Like, how many arrangements were you doing?
Yeah, so I think we invited 350 and we ended up with 250.
Oh,
so
That's a big wedding.
Yeah, we had a big wedding. It was out at Federal Hill.
Oh,
And
right here in
then,
Noblesville.
so cute.
And we just set up tables, kind of just had like an outdoor beer garden vibe. But we had bud vases, so it wasn't as, it was a lot of flowers, but it wasn't like huge arrangements.
Right. Yeah.
But we had plenty.
What flowers did you have?
I started out with basics, which I always recommend for people who are just starting out, and it was zinnias, coxcomb, or celosia. Some people know it as celosia. But I don't think I had cosmos, but I always recommend people start with cosmos as well, because that's an easy one. My mom used to live on 206th Street, just north of here.
Because you grew up here in Noblesville.
Yeah, grew up in Noblesville at that house, and that yard is like huge. She just had every kind of flower you could think of, and so we picked a lot from there. The greenery, we had anything from like ferns to hostas to just flowering like branches or whatever we could pull together. Lots of lamb's ear, and
so it maybe what we saw at the Peonies Festival. Just
exactly.
Just a little collection of
eclectic.
Yeah,
whatever you can find.
That's so nice. I just love that style.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's kind of what we did for my wedding too. We kind of we had colors that we wanted. I wanted pink, but we just got pink and white of everything, and then just put it all together. And I thought it was so cute.
Yeah,
just looked like we went and picked it that day. Yeah.
So it started that summer, and I kind of just couldn't couldn't get rid of the urge to plant things. So
now you do other people's weddings.
Yes.
You made it into a business.
Yes, exactly. So last summer, I would have people approach me and ask me for bouquets, like, oh, I have a friend that wants a bouquet, I'd rather get some from you. So that started a couple years ago. And then last summer I was on maternity leave and decided, well, I'm going to do a flower stand. Yeah. You know, like none of us have seen anyone forever, you know, it's outdoor event.
Yep.
I can just have it outside my driveway. So I did, and it was incredible. We sold out in like 45 minutes. Dang. You know, like...
Well, that's how it was at the Peony Festival.
Yes.
I feel like because I got a vase early on because I met you right at the beginning.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm taking this to my open house today. And then I remember you being like, I didn't expect this.
No,
not
at all.
I don't think, it was nuts. I was lucky to get anything while I was there. I was like elbowing older women. I was like, get out of the way! I'm getting out. These, I was like, get in the pink ones, get out of the way!
Yeah, no, that was an incredible festival. But yeah, it's very similar. Just sold out and got to see him. You know, it was mostly friends and family, but I met some neighbors because of it. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, selling flowers. Like, I felt kind of like a little stand. Yeah, I kind of felt like a little kid, like when they just are like, oh, I'm gonna sell lemonade today.
Yeah. This is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, some things fell in place. I have friends who have land down the road, and they're in the landscaping nursery business, and they're like, we'd love for you to farm our land. So,
Wow. So you don't have
that,
just this property, you have another one.
Yeah, so I, everything that I'm growing here is like, I have to like really coddle it and want to keep an eye on it. It's all my wedding work. So all my dahlias are out here.
Okay.
All of my unique flowers that I've never grown before are here.
So they're
this
right,
is where
just a step away.
Yeah, just a step away. I can check on them multiple times a day, make sure there's like no insects on them, So anyways, yeah, everything coming from my garden will be for wedding work, custom work, my farmer's bunches, and then later in the summer out on 191st Street, just down the road, is our farm. And that is about, I think I've got 100 different varieties. It's 1,600.
The dog left us.
1,600 starts that I planted.
Oh
here
my goodness!
Wow.
Yeah, so as long as everything goes well, we'll have plenty for a you pick. So that's where.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep me updated because we'll be there.
Yeah,
yes, that'll be so much fun.
We're very excited.
That's such a
cool
business venture.
Yeah.
So how long do you think that's going to take for that to happen? Like another season, like next summer?
I'm hopeful for this season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the end, like what you're saying, like
it's
September,
August, mid-July, I think.
Okay.
Early August at the latest.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then we don't get our first frost. Farmer's Almanac says this year I think is October 19th. So we've got about another 120 days in the season. And I won't put up a hoop house this year, but if I were to put up a hoop house, it would, extend it even longer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool. I'm so happy for you.
That's such a cool. Yeah,
And it
so
seems like
cool.
it's happening fast.
Yes.
Like if last summer you were like, let's sell some flowers today, and now you're like, I've got 1,600 starts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's happening very fast.
Well, good. Your
but
childhood dream.
You only get one season to try things out,
Yeah.
If you don't try it out this summer, then you have to wait a whole another year to try it out. So I'm like, it's now or never.
Exactly.
Go.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I love that you were raised here in town.
Yes.
And then you bought your house right here in town, got married, had your baby, and your parents were here.
Yeah.
Well, they moved here, you said.
They moved here. So my parents met on a cruise, actually.
Oh.
I guess I don't know where they were at. I'm assuming they were in the Caribbean. But so they met on a cruise. My dad lived in Chicago. My mom lived in Dayton. They commuted back and forth, I think, for like a year or two. And then got married, lived in Chicago. My mom's a small town girl, so from Ohio. Chicago is probably a lot.
Yeah.
So, as it is for a lot of people. So, they were on a road trip, I think, and coming down 37, and they actually stopped at Strawtown Pottery.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. And so they met Matt and Diane and loved what they were doing there. And my dad, being a salesman that he was in wine sales. He's been in wine sales his entire life. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he was like, well, I can sell this pottery for you wholesale, you know? So he started on the side working for Matt and Diane. They became really good friends. And then they're like, well, we just want to live here. This is like a great little town.
Cool. So they literally just stumbled upon Noblesville.
Yeah, they stumbled upon it.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Crazy.
Well, I just love that it still has that hometown feel.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah. And we're hoping it doesn't lose that little charm, like you just said. It's charming, and we can grow, but let's keep the hometown feel. And I'm hoping that that's what this podcast, to everybody will do is to introduce you. You'll get a little bit of notoriety, and people will want to keep it.
And just remember, you know, how it was. So
I think
that's our goal.
I think every town needs a little flower farm florist that they can call up, and you know, you need flowers for everything. You need flowers to congratulate, you need flowers to say I'm sorry, you need flowers for
when somebody's sick,
whatever. So
all the time.
I'm would love to be this town's flower girl.
Well, it's really funny because my great grandmother had a flower shop, Johnson's Flowers, here in Noblesville, and she had some apartments down on 13th Street. Yeah. And so that's really cool because my family's been here for a long time. Yeah. And for you to be in flowers, and then my great grandmother had a little flower shop here too. So that was really cool.
Things are coming full circle right now. I feel like I'm meeting the original.
The descendant of the original.
Yes. So my one aunt Jerry has her flower sign. It was an iron flower sign, Johnson Flowers.
Oh my gosh!
So cool.
Do you know where that is?
It was down on the other end of town, just by Arbuckles.
Okay.
So I don't know if you know where Arbuckles is. It's off of 11th Street and 12th Street. Down on the other end of town.
I'll have to go snoop for that area now. Is the sign still there?
No, they don't have a sign there anymore.
Okay. Your aunt has it though.
She has it at her house.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. Awesome.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah. So you have us doing some stuff today with you, correct?
Yes.
What are you going to show us?
Yeah.
So I have some clippers, and we'll go out and clip some things. And then I'll just
go home with a little bouquet.
Yes, go home with a bouquet. Absolutely.
All right, cool.
My wildflower patches are in full bloom right now. My cut garden that I planted from seed is not quite there yet. We're about a week to 2 weeks out. So you'll have to come back when that's in full bloom.
Oh, well, we down the street.
Yes.
So, we were just
making me so happy.
So we're going to venture out.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
Cut this. Cut it here. That's pinching. I mean, it's just you're cutting the flower.
Will it bloom another flower though?
Yep.
Okay.
So the more you cut, the more that they grow.
This one has like 3.
Yep. So this one was pinched too when it was really little. That's a better shot. Right here, I cut that. And then because I cut that, it blooms out these 2 branches.
So she's cutting it, and then it's sprouting into like those 2.
And then it can multiply how many blooms you get.
Okay, you need to explain for the world how you got these perfect circles, because on your Instagram it was so satisfying.
So we have a template that is it's a 3x4. And we just set that wooden template down, and it's got holes in it, right? And then we have a blowtorch, essentially.
And you were just blowtorching all the circles.
And we just blowtorch them.
It was so satisfying.
And it is very satisfying to do, and it's very satisfying to have a garden that basically has no weeds.
And you have a walkway.
Yes.
Look at this cute walkway.
She's a little Martha Stewart. That's actually
that was a cool experience.
That was so awesome.
And now look at our mess we made.
Sweet. And she's so
Guys,
sweet.
I also didn't expect that she was going to let us like
take home
roam around in her whole garden and get all yucky.
And clippy all her stuff.
Look how cute hers is. She got those pretty red ones up in there. Angie's better at this.
Turn it around and around.
I went for its central color, like a same color
I
palette.
think I want to use
wanted
this
just everything.
in its own little thing.
Maybe like a really tall vase.
Yeah.
And put mine over here with you so we can see you.
I just wanted something a little eclectic with all of it. See?
Yeah, yours is cute.
Okay, so
we just had the best time, and we want to thank her so much. She was so cute, and her baby, and her sister. They're just so nice.
And the dogs. We have a hilarious photo that right when we started recording, the dog just came and sat by our feet.
Yeah, just laid on my foot.
And she just wouldn't move. She was like stuck to Angie.
Yeah,
so nice.
They were very welcoming. It was really cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to impede in her space, but she was like, "Come on in." She got us little glasses
she's
of
done
water.
a great job styling her house. It's so cute. And that little shed in the back.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that is
really
so
cool.
neat.
I think I got a video of how cute that is.
Yeah, if we don't, it was like she had set it up as like almost like a little bar, and it had
like
bar
a window that opens up the side.
Yeah. Oh, it was so cool. Yeah. It was quite an experience, and she taught us some stuff. We'll probably
some pinching.
Some pinching and stuff on how to do that and what plants to do that with, because it's not necessary for all of them.
And so now I really want to start like this in the spring next summer, like whole little experiment in one section of my garden to grow.
Just like she said, it's like you only have one season to figure out what works.
Yeah.
So you just got to do it.
Yeah.
So next year we're gonna all be on top of it.
Right. Exactly.
But can you imagine having these on your table at your wedding? Just little, if you had just a small little garden wedding and all these little vases sitting on your, it would be so pretty.
They're perfect.
Yeah,
I just want them like to have in my kitchen all summer.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm gonna make my own.
There we go.
Yeah, I like it. That's why I got those peonies bushes, because I was like, I just want to be able to clip some off and just have a bunch of them just sitting on my table at all times.
Well, I can't wait to go to her place at the farm out there in July.
Yeah, so
into July, August.
Keep a lookout for that, because she said that they're gonna have like a U-pick, and
a U-pick. Yeah, and that's
so
such a cool
That'll be
idea.
So neat.
And so we'll keep she's probably going to be a friend of the show now. So we'll probably be updating on what she's doing quite a bit, because she's got some really awesome things coming down the pipeline for her.
Yeah.
So again, thank you, Monica. And we're gonna link her Instagram, because she's hilarious. She's on her stories like every morning.
Yeah.
Just saying what she's doing and some tips for her garden and your garden. So, anyways, follow that. We'll link it. Tag her also, so you can follow her Instagram.
Yeah. So
awesome.
Thank you,
Thanks
Monica.
again.
Yeah. Thanks, Monica.
Ready?
Everybody.
2, 3.